All right, how is everybody doing? Is anybody there already? Shoot me a message. Da-dong. Boom. Hey, Jose. Very good. Thank you. You caught me. Very good. How you doing? Are you doing fine? Hmm. Oh, cool. So you'll be super valuable then because I have no freaking clue of how to do anything with this. I mean, I built a little iOS app way back when Swift UI was just announced, but since then I haven't really touched anything iOS related. So I'm very curious to see how actually LiveView Native, how easy it makes it to build little apps. I mean, nothing complicated, right? The project that I have in mind here is just a habit tracker, so that I have a calendar view, and in there I can kind of say, well, on this day I went to like the gym, so like workout category, and then I had a gym or like training, or I had a running training. That's the two trainings I'm doing. So honestly, I'm just building that stuff for myself, to be honest, because I have not yet found a good habit tracker that is just simple, right? Where you just like have a form, you just say, well, I've done X on this day, and then I want to have a calendar view, and in the calendar view, I want to have little colored dots, and the colored dots show me what I've done on which day, right? And then maybe some like basic statistics, like you went to the gym 3 times this month, whatever, kind of that stuff. All right. Cool. Lots of code reviews and meetings today. Well, and now you're here watching me. Like you're just interacting with people on the screen all day. Don't you want to write some code, or is it maybe one of these days where your brain is so fried that you just can't do anything except for watching somebody? Hello, hello. It's awesome. Thank you very much. Well, I do hope that you will enjoy this whole thing. I'm just gonna fix my light here a little bit. I had a completely forgot that I had a what's it called, a power outage the other day, and the problem is that my lights, they just lose the setup. What's this? This should be on. Now you can see me better. All right. This is really cool. I have the U app, so I can highly recommend if you want to do anything with a light in like a home studio like this, just invest the money into Philips Hue, and then you have like one controller and you can just control everything with it. It's super smart. Yeah. So, do we have more colors now? Yes. Yes. Color. Color. Good. Now we have some nice purple in the background. The U light, spotlight. Okay, cool. That should be good enough. All right, so man, there's so many people already. So I would say let's get started, eh? Let's have a little sip of coffee and get started. Also, I saw that my Twitch clone is still running. Look at that. We built that last time. This was our last project. Sorry, I hope I don't have my voice. Yeah. Well, yeah, last time that's what you built. We built a Twitch clone. So now you can actually see me on Twitch minus clone .fly.dev, and that's where like this whole thing is still streamed. I'm still very impressed by this. I'm very happy. I'm just sad that we couldn't continue there. I don't know. I ran into a block, and I also reached out to the membrane team, but I guess they were busy with other things. Well, I only reached out to Lukas on Twitter. Sorry, Mateusz. Because we had that issue, right, with like Whisper, where we had like one input. So my OBS is sending the RTMP input, and then that actually gets converted into an HLS stream, which is what we're seeing here. It's just like files, basically, that your web player, like a player in the web browser, knows how to fetch and play. But then we had that input-output pipeline already used, and I didn't know how to like kind of tee off another output stream so that we could run it through Whisper and do live transcriptions, right? So yeah, we didn't get to that part, but I thought, you know, like, let's rather start with a new project. This one was already fun enough. It's working still, you can see it here. So let's just do the infinite Peters here. You know, I'm just gonna touch myself over there, like play around with my nose. You don't see it, but yeah. Anyway, some coffee and then we get started with LiveView Native. All right, cool. Has anybody of you already worked with LiveView Native? I mean, I see here that somebody already had the Dockyard Academy videos. Actually, I never seen the Dockyard Academy. Hang on. But I heard it's pretty good. Dockyard Academy. Look at this. Elixir is growing. It's time for you to grow with it. That is true. And you can sign up. Okay. Oh, okay. It's not open. Well, it's open source. Yeah, here. Curriculum, newsletter, blog. Cool. The curriculum. Example project. Oh, it's from Brooklyn. Yeah, of course. Get started. Cool. Yeah, I mean, this is a really cool resource. If you wanna get into Elixir. Awesome. Yeah. Here, LiveView. Awesome. PubSub. Yeah, everything you need really to get started. And also a couple of examples, right? It's like a bunch of example projects, like a blog, a newsletter, book search, a journal, a pic chat. What is that? Building a picture sharing chat application. Interesting. Cool. All right, go check out the Dockyard Academy if you want to learn more about Elixir. All right. See you. Yeah, let's get started with this, eh? I mean, I don't know. So I went to the GitHub of LiveView Native here. I'm kind of hoping. Let's go to Heeks instead, to the Heeks documentary. So, yeah. So this is how you get started, I guess. Getting started. All right. Yeah, you just need to install these dependencies and then you run the setup. And you have a couple of clients. LiveView Native enables client frameworks such as SwiftUI. Okay, so you can do all the iPhone, iPad, Apple TV. That was funny. Apple Vision Pro, you know, when the Vision Pro came out, I think Brian made a video, like a little video on Twitter and said, well, like, we can program for the Vision Pro with Elixir, with LiveView, which is funny, right? They even support the Android family now. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. And of course, like, what I've learned is that you can't just port your existing HTML to LiveView Native and expect it to work. That was my misunderstanding, and Brian cleared it up for me. I think that's how you say it. Thank you very much, Brian, for letting me know. So previously, I thought that basically you can write the LiveView, like HTML, in the normal web LiveView, and then you kind of just copy paste it to the LiveView Native. And it will also use like Tailwind CSS, for example, you know, and it's still like normal HTML, but that is not the case. It actually looks very much different. I'm not sure whether we can see that somewhere here in some examples, how that looks like. Yeah, here, for example, you can see that we now use like text. This, for example, is like an element from SwiftUI. It's not just a p paragraph HTML tag, right? It's actually a text tag. That's a SwiftUI tag. So we can't just use yeah, common HTML anymore. Okay. All right, LiveView Native. We got a block here. Creative first LiveView Native. Okay, that's the start. Okay. Well, thank you very much. That sounds like a great idea. I'm just gonna go through this one here. Pages. Yeah. I'm just gonna, because these are the official docs on GitHub, so I'm just gonna do this first, but I guess maybe they also, yeah, they also add that here. Okay. All right. Well, first of all, we need to create a new application anyway. So Let's go on GitHub, right? We need to have a GitHub repository. What should we call it? Habit tracker LiveView Native. It's public, so you can also look at it later. And of course, it's just MIT if you want to use that. Okay, so Milliman. Alrighty, so I guess we just create a normal application, right? So we just do mix Phoenix new here, and we just gonna call it app. Nothing crazy. Okay, and then we need to add the dependencies here. Hello WatchOS target. Okay. All right, these dependencies. Okay, here mix. I also have to open this thing. Hang on. This one. Open. All right. Now we're ready. And yeah, let's go to mix. So in here, I need to add my LiveView Native dependencies. By the way, I'm working with a different keyboard today. I used to work with my Apple keyboard, but now I have my clickety-click mechanical keyboard here. So let me know whether that's annoying to you, and I can always switch back to the silent Apple keyboard. But yeah. I think you should pick 301. Okay, latest version. That's always a good thing. Look up the latest version. 31031. That's the one. Okay. So let's do that and fetch the dependencies. Boom, done. Next thing, getting started. Now we do the setup. This here. Yeah, this is just an example. Okay, so I'm going to follow the getting started guide. So we run LVN setup, mix LVN setup. Now we're fetching the dependencies. All right. You want to hear a dad joke while we wait for this? You know, I love dad jokes. Not sure about you. So I live in the Netherlands and we have a lot of trains, but I don't trust them. Because they have locomotives. You get it? Locomotives? Okay, never mind. Moving on, to set up your application with LiveView Native, run first the config and then set up gen. All right, write to config, yes. Write to config des, yes. Write to endpoint, yes. Router, yes. All right, now LVN setup gen. And that is generating the project, plist. Okay, create a project, add. So we have a new folder, native. And I'm just gonna quickly do this here. Initial commit, because then it looks a bit better. Okay, so we now have a project here in native, and it has Swift UI in there, and then it has app and code project app. All right, so this seems to be all the configuration. Yeah, like here's some Swift. Okay, this is just the raw. Yeah, we can install the extension for Swift. Cool. It's just the raw app here with a window group, and then it has a content view, and in the content view they import like a LiveView Native library. So yeah, also interesting here. We're not sure whether we need to touch this here at all. Maybe. Okay, cool. All right, so we got the created project, and now it says, now that your app is configured, please follow these instructions for enabling a live view for LiveView Native. Okay, let us follow these instructions. right on, the LVN Go app. Yeah, I read about that. LVN Go. Yeah, this is it's basically just a QR code, right? Okay, let me install the LVN Go, and also I think I need to connect my phone with my with my computer so that you can actually see what I'm doing here. But let me first install LVN Go. And I need to find a cable to connect this to my so that I can actually screen share, and you see it here. I didn't know how much satisfaction it would give me, but I recently organized everything into boxes, like all my cables, and I labeled all of them. And that is just, it is nirvana. I am in heaven. You know, if I need something, like a USB cable, I just go here and look at the USB one, and I find it. Can you imagine that? With one time just pulling something out and you find what you want. It took me 33 years to understand that. All right, let me connect this. I only have a... Oh, maybe I can also connect it here. Let's see. Okay. Look at us becoming proper iOS developers. So what do I do now? How do I screen share? How do I screen share for my iOS? Like, I just want to see it here, you know? Screen mirroring. Screen mirroring. Is this one? Screen mirroring. Okay. Oops. Do you see that? But now everything else is black. Okay. Stop mirroring. Okay, I'm not sure what happened here. Did you see that? Because everything else just blacks out. I don't want that. I just want to see. I just want to see the iOS screen on macOS. See your iPhone screen on Mac. That's one. Screen mirror. I don't want to screen mirror. Use your iPhone from a Mac. Because, you know, what you have with Xcode is like a simulator thing, right? I just want to have that thing. Maybe I should open the simulator. And then, can I connect my real device? Edit. Features. Nah. Alright, well, if anybody knows, let me know. What's this, bezel? Yeah. Ah, that's what I want. Look at this, get bezel. Alright. Cool. That's what I want. Try it. Yes, please. Oh, okay, it's already installed. Here, bezel. And these kind of apps are cool. Just like small, they do one thing, they do it well. I'm gonna buy this if this works. Okay, let me try it. Bezel. Plug and play iPhone mirroring. Okay. And it's okay, let me unconnect, disconnect, reconnect. Software update is required to connect to Pilot. Why? Okay, well, let me install this. And bezel is just crashing. Okay, that is not very comforting. fun. Bezel. Let's try once again. Devices. All right. Would like to access your camera? Sure. Are you connecting a pair of headphones? No. Other device. Okay, cool. But this works now. You can see it, all right? Here, that's my iPhone. Can I make it bigger? Ah, look at this. This is cool, isn't it? All right, whatever, get started. Okay, Bezel Pro settings. Anything interesting there? Start a login. Don't want that. Show toolbar. Scan for nearby. No. Devices. All right, cool. So now I open LVN Go. So. Okay, but I think let's do one thing at a time. Let's maybe just do the LiveView Native thing. Sequoia iPhone mirroring app. The iPhone mirroring. Okay, but I got Bezel now, and it's free. It's great. Okay, so we got this app here. Yeah, I need to change my configuration in dev. So let's do that in dev. Here. Okay, cool. Now, next go to the App Store and install LVN Go. I did that. Okay, now I have the launch screen. Yeah, I do have my launch screen here. Make this super huge. All right, cool. Now, on iPhone, you'll be requested to access your camera. Yes. Okay. Now, look, this is my camera. This is here my fancy keyboard. This is my screen. And yeah, this is me. Good. Okay. Otherwise, if you press the link icon in the lower right-hand corner of your modal. Wait, I think, hang on, I'm missing something. The launch screen. All right, the launch screen already looks different, does it? Ah, okay, I can also enter a URL here in the bottom. All right, I didn't see that. I just had a big QR code. Hang on, I think I need to do the live view thing, the live view native thing first. Okay, so it asks us enable live view with native. Let's do that first, right? Let's just create a live view so that we can actually then like show this whole thing. So in my router, I'm just gonna do home live. It's gonna be live. And then in here, in my web, I'm gonna create lives, live, and home live. And this one is just a app wrap live view. And yeah, assigns. Again, let me know whether you dislike the clicking of the keyboard. You know, otherwise I'm just gonna keep it. Because I like writing on this one better than on the MacBook, on the Apple keyboard. All right, I'm just gonna do hello world here. Okay, now we have an thing. So if I go to localhost 4000, I start this thing. There we go. All right, hello world. Boom. Cool. All right, now it said, assuming we have a home live, you need to add use my app native to that module. Well, then let's do that. So it's this one and probably app web native or just app native. Yeah, app native. Cool. Okay, we have done that. All right. Next, you should use the mix LiveView Native Gen Live task to generate the LiveView Native render component and template. Let's do that. Okay, so now we have in live, home live, we get a SwiftUI thing, and we also have a SwiftUI NEEX, I guess for some native EEX. Okay, so 2 new files. Yeah, this already would be interesting. Like we should have put this in a home folder. So I'm gonna move this all to home so that we have all these things in a single folder. All right. Next, this will generate the following files. Yes, that has happened. Just like a regular LiveView, you can decide not to use the template and render templates inline inside the render component. Okay. Yeah, I want that. I don't want to have it in a separate file for now because I mean, I usually like to do that. No. But no, it's okay. I think for now we can keep it like it is. I just generated it, you know, everything's fine. Okay, but good to know. If you want to have inline rendering, we wouldn't use the template. So the question here is so the question for me is like, which of these files do I not need if I want to have it inline? Right, so we apparently need home live SwiftUI. So this is this one here, and then in here we could have the render function. Okay, that's my understanding. But that would mean that do I still need this one? I guess this is just an auto-generated thing like SwiftUI thing. Wait, live home live Swift, yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. So we wouldn't need to have the SwiftUI home live SwiftUI neeks file. Like in this, I guess we'll write our yeah, this is basically our template file, right? So here we would write our template. But in here we have it inline. So let's do that. I'm just gonna remove this again, and I'm gonna do it inline because we also have it inline in the other live view. So whatever. Hey Zach. Thanks for stopping by. That's what I wanted to say. Jesus. Sorry, folks. I'm also still... I was sick the whole last week. That's also why I didn't live stream last week. And I'm still kind of, you know... But I'm getting there. So... All right. So, yeah, app native. And then this is all good. This looks all good. Cool. All right. So first learning... our template file would go into SwiftUI and then this thing. Also interesting because for home live, the template file would go right next to home live. But for the home live native, we would need to move it into a SwiftUI folder, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, interesting. Cool. All right, now that unlike... Yeah, this has a render RT2 as a second argument, which includes the interface information about the client. All right, so we can have different templates per client. All right, you can read more in the component. Let's do that then. So this is still rendering hello world, and then, yeah, LiveView Native. Okay, so now my next question is, how do I now move on from here? Like, how do I even see this somewhere, anywhere? I got your sidebar to scale WinZ. How did you do that? Yeah, there is a setting for that. So here, if you go to settings, there's the UI font size and the buffer font size. And the buffer font size is where you see the code, and the UI font size is like the whole UI. So if I make this one really small, you can see the buffer stays big, but the side panel is big. It's small. And yeah, I put this... Like for the stream, I put this on 26 pixel and the buffer on 28. Yeah. No, you know. We live streamers need to stick together for these kind of things. So. Alrighty. So let's see. What do we have now? We have the LiveView Native component. So this is basically that gives information about how to write. No problem, Zach. You're welcome. All right, so we get the interface map. That is basically what we're getting here, I guess. And that has a target, a vision, and a client version. And the target could be iOS, iPadOS, watchOS. Okay. Each client library should have information on the valid targets. Okay, sorry, I skipped the whole first thing. This module is used for the following: format-specific render components, format-specific functional components, format-specific layouts. Okay, the native component differs from Phoenix component in that way that they make use of 2 argument functions instead of a single. Yeah, all right. Because they always pass on the interface. That's fine. For more information on template embedding, C. Okay, that's template embedding. All right. First, like I was here, where was I? I went to getting started. I ran setup. Setup sent me to a particular, here, to this one, enabling LiveView for native. Cool. Like it sent me to this section, but now I'm at the end of the section and it says, well, you can read more on the component. And here it doesn't really give me any further information about how to proceed. Like, how do I actually start this thing, right? Because I have an iPhone right here, it's connected. You know, how do I actually, like, I will go into the, you know, but I will go into the blog post, probably it's explained there. I'm just saying that, you know, this is the official documentation. Just, you know, as a suggestion, like if you want to make it a bit more, how you say, like round, you know, I would like to, actually this section for like the enabling thing, this section, I would just move to pages and in the getting started guide, because it literally, you know, should go below here. And then next thing, the question would be, how do I start this thing? You know, because I know for Phoenix, I can just run mix Phoenix serve and then I have it here. But now how do I actually start it with Xcode, right? If I need Xcode at all. All right. Anyway, let's figure that out together by reading the blog post. Yeah, so we got the native thing here. We did that. All right. Mix Phoenix server. I did that. So the server is running here. This is my server. But how do I now look at same for Elion mix? Yeah, but how do I look at this stuff? Right? Okay. Yeah, I download the LVN Go from the App Store. I did that. I run my server app. Okay. Now I launch the LVN Go app. Okay. Wait, where's the bezel? All right. I also gotta fix my rectangle thing. Hang on a second. Yeah. This is okay. All right. You can see it next to each other, and this one we're also gonna move. Okay. Alrighty, so yeah, I open my LiveView Native app, and first of all, I scan QR code. It's already like if you look at this thing, like it says big and bold scan QR code, but I'm not sure where to get a QR code from. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enter my URL, and that's just localhost, right? Localhost 4000 and launch. Connection failed. Maybe it says it here. Navigate to address and port of the Phoenix app. I mean, you could say, like, is it localhost? Connection failed. So, I don't know, reconnect. Restart from root, reconnect. How do I go back? Copy error. No. Restart from root. Do you see that here in the app? I can't. Nope, network IP. Okay, yeah, I can, because I'm also like I'm connected with the cable, right? So I kind of thought maybe that's why. And the other thing is like, how do I get back from this error thing to the original to the main menu. I'm just gonna stop this. Start it again. Okay. All right. What's my IP? My IP. Okay. 192.168.2.8. And then port 4000, launch. All right. Okay, now I can see it. Hello, LiveView Native. Yeah. Again, how do I stop this on the right side? Like if I wanted to go back to the original home, like the initial screen, I just need to close the app. There's no back button, I guess. If I you can do the quick action thing. All right, disconnect. All right, that worked. Okay, cool. And also it also keeps my recents here. That's pretty awesome. All right, there we go. Hey, that's cool. Okay, we got LiveView Go, LiveView Native Go running. And yeah, so let's go a little further. Sorry. Yeah. All right, thanks, Konstantin. I just found out I can shake but it would be nice to have a back button somewhere, like maybe up here or down there. I don't know. It's just, you know, yeah. I mean, back in the day, you had the home button. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, next steps is basically interactions. So that's pretty cool. And there's already an example in the counter. So let's do this. Let's do a, where's my Z? So instead of the text, we do a VStack, and it has a counter and it has an increment button. Okay, yeah, and that is missing, right? That's my understanding here. Counter not found. Yeah. So we need to add that to our mount. I guess, yeah, this is a normal render. So we have also, I assume, a normal mount socket. And then in here we can do, okay, assign counter 0. Did that work? Connection, wait, reconnect. Connection failed. What's the issue? Counter not found. Wait, I am in Swift UI. Yeah, 7. So what, we don't have a normal mount? Because I see that in home life. Oh, is this, this seems to be only kind of like the outlet. So maybe we need to add it here in home life. Yeah, there we go. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so this is also interesting. I mean, it's a component. All right, I should have, this was my mistake. I assumed this was a kind of like a live view implementation, but it's not. It's just a, yeah, like a component here you can see. And then this is actually a live view. So this component is just a component, and this is then connected to this live view. So all the callbacks and everything we need to add here. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, then we just do the handle event. Yeah. And the handle event would be in our live view again. And we have increment and decrement. Let's do the text in the middle. This is -1. And yeah, we also want to have an increment event. Okay. Oh yeah, oh, interesting. So we can also do a horizontal stack. Let's just copy paste this here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little small, right? But whoop, can't really make it any bigger than this. Maybe like this? No, that's maximum size. All right. Okay, but now you, like, if you don't see it, but at the bottom here we have now a -1 and a +1. So if I press the +1, okay, well I can't do it. I can't do it on the bezel thing simulator. I have to do it here on my phone. So I'm pressing +1 and I press -1. There you go. That works. Beautiful. Cool. How do we send this to the App Store? This is super innovative. It's a shitty counter. Well, we could. Do you know this app? I'm Rich. It's super old. Actually, I didn't see it. I just read about it. So I'm not that old. But back when the App Store, got announced and everything back in the early days, there was somebody who created the app I Am Rich. And the app did nothing except for showing a text that you are a very, very rich person. And the point of the app is that you needed to pay $999 to get the app. And if, the idea here was, if you would pay $999 for an app that does nothing, you will be very rich. You can only do that if you're really rich. So that was the whole idea. And it sold a couple of times, and then Apple actually took it offline, unfortunately. But you don't need to have super, innovative ideas. Stuff like that might also fly. Who knows? Alrighty. Well, cool. Okay, so now we have our counter here. Let's see. What else do we need? What do we do here? Let's add buttons. Okay. Some more buttons. Styling. That's interesting. This app looks a little bland. Nah. Depends, right? It's very functional. Hello, Visha. Okay, so let's add some styling and refactor all buttons to use increment by. Okay, so interesting. We also have, let's just copy paste this here to our text. Wait, did I? I'm not sure that my editor likes that. What is happening here? Okay. So I do a text and then style. Unexpected token, expected and. Why? Do. I mean, I just copy pasted this from the blog post. Interesting. If I delete this, yeah, everything works again. If I add the style, I'm just gonna add a single style here, like line limit 1 or something. Okay, that works, but I think, of course, multi-lines don't work in the inline because I have the three quotes here. So let's see how we can add that actually. I think we have to, yeah, here we have to escape those. Okay, let's reconnect. Did that work now? No. Unexpected token. Wait, is this not the escape? Maybe this is the escape. That looks better. No? No, it's not happy. Syntax before. If I'd only do this. Unclose delimiter. Okay, maybe we need to use templates instead of inline. Yeah, all right, okay. Well, we're gonna use, you can switch to class approach, you move them outside in the styles file. All right. They probably explained that somewhere. Ah, here, style sheet. Interesting. Open up, lib, counter web styles. Styles, app. Okay. Yeah, then we call it button. All right. Yeah, that's better. Let's do that. I mean, interesting. Yeah, let's do that for now. So this is just text. And in here, we can call it large, how would you call this? Large text. Do. And then we paste this in here. Okay. And then we can do a class on the text. Class text, large text. Large text. Or is that maybe, what's it called? Is this called camel case? I think so. No. I mean, did I do something wrong here with the styling? Sheet, button, do, and then you, oh, there are a couple of, maybe it doesn't like the semicolons. Ah, there you go. It didn't like the semicolons. All right. Cool. That's a very nice big number. And then if we just call it button, yeah, let's just copy paste what they have here. And then we can add class button. All right. Now we got like a plus and minus. Yeah. I do miss Tailwind CSS. But I know it's not an issue with LiveView Native. I mean, it's not like their fault. It's also not SwiftUI fault, but it would be nice to have Tailwind CSS, something like that for SwiftUI. That would be cool. All right, cool. So yeah, these also are like the things. So we can change our size here, and you can see the button becomes slightly bigger. Padding. Yeah, that's the padding around the button. Okay. Background color red, opacity 0.7, foreground style white. Yeah, I think I will still move over to template files instead of inline, because I don't want to create in like unique classes for every single element I'm building here. Yeah, but you know, it's already cool. We got our little app here. We can increase and decrease. Like what I feel when I click these buttons is that there's a slight delay, and sometimes it feels like I'm not pressing the button right, but I do. But it just takes a second until until the number changes. Like even on my display, right? Like it's not as reactive as it would be, of course, if it was on the app, because it goes through the server. The ordering is very important. Try to move the padding after the background line. The padding after the background line. Background. You mean behind the background? Ah, interesting. Not having code syntax formatting for that styles really. Yeah, it's just like if I run mix format, let's see, does it actually format the thing? No, it does not. Ah, but it's alright. I mean, this is all super new tech, right? It's not even 1.0. Oh, I broke something. Reconnect. What did I break? What's happening? Ah, I changed the config. Why did I change the config? I formatted the config probably. Ah, that's stupid. All right, let's do this again. Reconnect. Here we go. Yeah, interesting. That's interesting with Swift UI, that the styling has the ordering, that the ordering is important. So if I move the heading above background, it adds... Okay, now it's broken again. Why? Request UI is too long. What? What's happening? What do you mean request UI is too long? What is a request UI? I just move these two background and padding in between. Ah, interesting. Let's do that. Let's do green with a very light capacity. What is this? Bandit? A request UI is too long? How do I shorten my request UI? Help. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna stop LVN Go and reconnect. Also, I'm gonna turn on my do not disturb. Okay, let's do launch. Ah, okay, now it worked. Interesting. Well, I guess sometimes you just need to restart LVN Go to shorten your request UI. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Ah, I see. So what we've done now here is basically we added another background color and then added padding and then added the background color. Funny. Yeah, it's not a very, it's a very like procedural thing, right? Where it does like apply one thing and then it applies the next thing and then it applies the next thing. No, I restarted the server a couple of times actually. And then when the LVN Go app tried to connect to the server, it would have the same error. So the problem here was the LVN Go app. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, what I want to say here, this is interesting. This is like a procedural. It's not like with CSS where it kind of applies all the styles at the same time and in no particular order. But here the ordering is important, right? Because we first add the background color and then we add padding. So we make the thing bigger, but that doesn't mean that the green background also gets bigger. It stays at the old size. And then it applies the red background. Yeah. All right, that's gonna be fun to program. Yeah, it's an incoming UI. It's a request UI, Zach. It's what it said. It's a too long request UI. All right. So okay, where do we go from here? What's else in the blog post? So we played around with different styles. We learned that we should probably move over to the template file instead because of the triple quotes. Yeah, and now we have all the Swift UI stuff like Z-stack, rectangle, V-stack. Okay, we learned about the sheets, so that's pretty useful. Note the lack of the semicolons. Yeah, you don't have the semicolons at the end of each rule. This will change in 04 to optionally allow for semicolons. Why would you need to have the semicolons? Well, you can just do or not do them. So if you need to copy them from A to B, then you don't need to change the semicolons. Maybe that's why. What, like, do semicolons have a particular meaning in Swift UI? Let me know. Unfortunately, we lost the unique color on each button. Yes. With LVN sheet style sheets, we can pattern match in the class names. Interesting. Update the style sheet. Ah, funny. Yeah, that's cool. So we can actually do minus and then color. And then we can add it here. Is that like this? Yeah. So now if we make this button red and this one green. Ah, cool. That's awesome. Okay. It's funny, like when you come from web development and then you start with this, and it seems like web development. It looks like web development. You know, it looks like LiveView, but it's not. Yeah, but it's cool. I like this. You know, it gives you a lot of flexibility. Yeah. Still, like, you really do feel a certain lag. Whenever I press a button, it just like takes half a second to update. That's why, like, if you want to do something really here, I mean, like, it replies in microseconds. So that the thing is not actually when the request comes into the server, like the actual rendering, it's not the issue. The issue, I don't know what the issue is. Maybe the connection through my Wi-Fi. You know, it should be instant. Yeah. Am I connected to the same Wi-Fi? Yeah, no, I'm on 2 different Wi-Fis. That's why. But yeah, there you see. I mean, there is a. That's how you can. Okay, now it's unconnected. Disconnected. Let's reconnect. And now I'm on the same Wi-Fi. Yeah. Oh, there's LVN Go for macOS even. Is that so? LVN and Go. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on my phone though. Like I want to have it on the phone. All right. What's happening here? Now it's not connecting. Let me maybe stop LVN Go because I changed my Wi-Fi. Yeah, no. This might be the website. Oh, yeah, of course my IP is different again. Hang on. Disconnect, clear. What's my IP now? 0.192.168.0.125. 0.125. Launch. Yeah, sure. All right, here we go. Okay, now if I press it, still there's a delay. I mean, now I'm on the same Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is like 1 meter, 3 feet over there. I mean, I'm not criticizing, right? It's just you have to be aware that if you like want to have a clicker app where you have to click quickly or something, you know, it's just not. It's not like it doesn't feel that it's instant because it's not, right? I mean, here the request is super fast, but I guess the whole the transfer, you know, from my phone, like the request going through the router, through the Wi-Fi to my MacBook, to the server and back. I mean, it probably takes only a couple of milliseconds, but everything that is, what is it, longer than 100 milliseconds, it feels not instant anymore. And that's just what I'm feeling, because if it, like, it's, you know, I mean, it's also this particular app, it's a counter, right? So when you press it, you actually expect the counter to go up immediately. It's kind of like having these physical clicker things, right? Where you count people if you, like, somewhere. But yeah, if you would have another app, like a chat app, for example, where you just, you know, you write your message and you send it, you wouldn't really feel that delay, like out of, you know, until the message, and yeah, until the message actually goes into your chat, like it takes what, 300 milliseconds. You won't feel it. But with the counter, it's just one of these examples which is not, you know, it's not the best demo. It's an easy demo to implement, so that's fine, but it's just not, like, if I click really fast, yeah. Whoa. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I'm gonna do one very quick 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Yeah. Maybe it's me clicking wrong, but yeah. Anyway, this was cool though. Like we have an app running in LVN Go. Yeah, it would be interesting to know how do we move this now to Xcode, but we can also do that next time, so that's okay for now. Yeah, we learned that you can match against the class names. And then also interesting, Phoenix value by. That's also different from Phoenix val. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. I think button. Yeah, here they explain it. Yeah. No, that's something different. Sorry, I thought this was the sheet still. All right. Well, this is interesting. Well, we have it running now, so that's cool. So that means we can now start working on our what's this? Settings menu. Shake it up. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I should have read that. Shake it up so that you can actually dynamic type, include add-ons. Okay. Yeah. Limits. Yeah, it might also be that this is run on the AVN Go app. I'm not sure how it would behave on a native app if I actually would make this an app and install it on my phone. You know, it might be even a little bit faster. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, cool. All right, very cool. This is really, really cool already. I mean, you know, what was it, an hour? Yeah, less than a little bit more than an hour, and we have an app that here is on my local iOS phone, and I also have now Bezel here to share it on my screen, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. So what should we do next? Start building the app. So my project idea was basically to add or create a habit tracker. You know, so we would just have like a little calendar view, and in the calendar you see different colored points, so dots, and each dot kind of means, you know, on this day I actually did a habit. And you can create habits, and you can, you know, like a habit could have a category which is like sport, for example, and then it has a subcategory which would be gym or running. In my case, these are the two sports I'm doing. So, you know, and I want to track, okay, I did sports and I went to the gym on this day, and that should have a particular color, or sports has a color, and then as a sub color I have a different one maybe, or not, I don't know. And I just want to, like, you know, create these habits, and then I want to track them, so like I can quickly add them, and then I see them in the calendar view. So that's the idea. It might be, I don't know how big it will be. I never done anything with Swift UI, but I also heard that we can use AI quite well for that. So my idea was just to say, well, just generate me this Swift UI code, and that's it. Ideally, let's see. But yeah, let's see, right? Does it sound interesting? Let me know whether this sounds interesting to you, or whether you have another idea for an app. But this is something I would personally use as well. So that's what I thought. Let's go for it. But before we begin, I'm just gonna head to the toilet, and then I'll come back, and then, you know, we get started. All right, everyone, we're back. So, are you still around? People still watching? What do we have? 5 on YouTube, 5 on Twitch. That's pretty cool. iPhone locked. Yeah. Boop. 240 people on Twitter. Yeah. No. All right, cool. So, do you feel like continuing? Are you there? Do you have a coffee? Something to drink? It's just one of the things I'm missing here is basically instructions for how to get started with Xcode as well, because I do have Xcode installed, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna start Xcode like over here, and then maybe I have a simulator here. So now I needed to use Bezel to show my local iPhone. Just open. What do you mean just open? The generator project. Okay. Just open the generator project. So that would be native, I guess, this one here. Open with, here. Okay, cool. Let's see what happens. It's fetching some dependencies. No editor, okay. So I get my app here. What, I can just run it? Oh wait, it's just fetching dependencies. Okay. More dependencies. Okay. So I want to run it on a simulator, iOS simulator here, iPhone 15 Pro Max. Start. Build fail. Some build plugins are disabled because they have changed or have never been enabled. Enable them now. Yes, trust and enable all. Sure. So this again. Build failed. Wait. More enablement to be done. Okay. All is enabled. Building. Go to errors. Yeah, I have it. Okay, thanks. That worked. Now it's building. And yeah, it's running it on the simulator here. Yeah, I don't want to see this. So what else is in this project? It's like app and then... Ooh. And it Xcode crashed. Well, no, it wasn't crashing, but it was gave me the beach ball. All right, we got like a localhost production. Interesting. Where can I change this example.com thing? Like, do I have a configuration somewhere? Like, do they have in the module in the here? It would be interesting, like how to move to production with this. Like, do we have a special config or something that gets copied? There's some new stuff here for LiveView Native. Plugins, template, style sheet. And that's it. And then in dev, yeah, we changed the IP, so that's okay. But yeah, like, that's my question also here. Like, can I just go in these files and manually change them? Is that what I need to do? For example, here, like the production is example.com. So how can I change that to whatever, myapp.com when I want to move to production? That's my question a little bit. I mean, if I can just, it's like one line of code. So if I change it, okay, yes, good. Yeah, my thinking was more like, will this code, is this auto-generated, this code? Or will it always be regenerated? Because it's something, You know, that sometimes happens when you change your configuration and then, you know, the entire project is regenerated for whatever reason. So I was more thinking like, are these files here stuff that I can change and they stay static, or they stay, you know, they're not regenerated. Anyway, but the answer is answered. The question is answered. I can just change example or com to whatever, and then I should be good. Okay, some error view. Okay. Reconnecting. Okay, so those are all the default things, default views basically. Okay, let's see here. Xcode has errors. App is annotated with main and must provide a main static function. Interesting. Inheritance from non-protocol type app. Is that because I called my app? Maybe that's my problem. I should have called it my app. That's one of these problems that you don't think about when you build that stuff, and all of a sudden somebody names it app. You're like, why in the hell why on earth would anybody ever call their app? Well, I named my app. So yeah, now it's confused because there apparently is an app in SwiftUI, like an app class. You see this? App. I'm just gonna call it my app. But I guess that broke a lot of other things. I don't know, let's see. Okay, it's building. More building. Okay, but what we can do here, I'm just gonna minimize. Okay, what's happening here? iPhone locked. Okay, so let's go to home live SwiftUI, and now, yeah, I'm gonna move this again to a Swift UI folder, and then that should be called home live Swift UI Neeks. And I'm just gonna move this stuff there and delete the render function. Yeah, okay. So now everything is here in the... Yeah, okay. So now we can write it in the template file instead of the inline. So what about Xcode here? Xcode has more errors, unexpected service error. The Xcode build system has terminated due to an error. Build again to... What? I guess these are the issues that Brian and Dokia try to avoid by using LV and Go. Oh man, and it's building again. Is this how it's gonna be? You just try rebuilding and that works? Ooh, they have Xcode Cloud now even. Interesting. That makes sense, of course. Yeah. All right. Well, while we wait for the build, I mean, this is something we need to do in the future, right? Naming files for different Apple. Oh, okay. Is that so? So there's a convention for naming files for different platforms. Like this would be home.swiftui plus macOS or watchOS. Let's see. I was gonna search on macOS. Yeah. This was the first blog post about how to create this app. So here they did it inline. Oh, they already used LVN Go here. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Here, let's add the following files: iOS, macOS. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I can't build my app because it was called my app, or was called app. Loading error, failed to initialize logging system. This is fun. Xcode is fun. Post app, but it runs? Wait, thread one? Oh, I have a breakpoint here, that's why. Discard change. No. Wait, it's running. Where's my... Ah, here, look. That's my simulator. But it doesn't show anything. Fun. Why? I mean, maybe I shouldn't have called it app. Damn it. Oops. Yeah, can I don't know, can I rename this thing? Switch the network IP. No. Okay, let me just stop this simulator. Change configs to localhost. Wait, I just wanna see the, where's my simulator here? No, that's my bezel. Okay, let's just stop the application. And start. For build succeeded. Ah, look. This is now my simulator here. It's loading. Nah, interesting. Doesn't show me anything. And then there's a thread. Did I by accident add like a breakpoint? What do you mean with I can try to change the config to localhost? You mean here? Content view? Because it should be development? App. But did I call my, yeah, I called my app, right? That was not very smart. Yeah, app, damn it. Good to know. Yeah, let's maybe, I don't know, maybe we just regenerate our app and then we don't name it app, we name it habit. Maybe let's do that. Because I don't want to, yeah, let's just remove the habit tracker LVN. Sorry, it's just gonna take a second. Hopefully. It's gonna all of this. And where was it? Habit tracker here. Let's need to clone it again. Okay, now we're gonna do everything in speed run. So I'm gonna clone this. All right. And we go into a habit tracker and we're gonna create a new, and it's not gonna call app, it's gonna call habit. Wait, okay. Xcode exploded. Fun. Yes, yes. Yeah, I heard a thing said. It's gonna take me what, 2 minutes, and then hopefully we have a working new app here. It's gonna speed run through this here. So this should all be 0, 3, 1. Okay, fetch, run. run. And then in priv, we do a new live folder. And we're gonna call it here, folder home. And we're gonna call it home live. And this is gonna be habit LiveView. All right, so we got our little LiveView here. And that's it, right? Okay, we need to set up the config and then set up gen. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I think that worked. Because I just pressed enter, not Y, when it asked me to write to all these files. But I think it worked. Tailwind logger, yeah, here, okay. So everything works. If I start my, I need to also change my IP to 000. I just need to set up my database. Okay, speed running and hello from the web. Okay, cool. And yeah, what was it again? No, it was like LiveView LVN gen or something. Getting started. Oh yeah, now we need to do enable for the web. Or was it here? LiveView, enabling LiveView for the web. All right. And home. Yeah, we name this habit live. And we're gonna run the generator. This is a pet peeve of mine, but if you do code snippets, please never add like bash whatever signs in front of the codes, the code examples, because it's like I just want to copy paste it into my terminal. You know, if you add like a cool bash sign, I need to delete it manually. All right, but you be offended, but be offended and stay. Yeah. So again, like if you ever write code snippets like this, just copy paste this command into your terminal, then never add anything in front of it. I mean, yeah, I understand it's a bash or whatever command, you know, but you don't need to add a $sign in front of it. Okay. Now, yeah, we wanted to, well, we're gonna start from scratch, right? Or we can just add this little text thingy here. And we can add it to our Swift UI here. And as our friend Konstantin has said, we should name it here by the target plus iOS. All right, let's see. We're getting no errors. So now if I go back to my LVN and I'm gonna start Bezel. Okay. Hello, now we see it. You see it? Well, you don't see it, but it's here. Coolio. Alrighty, so now we can start coding, and I'm just gonna use AI because I have no clue about Swift UI. So I'm gonna ask, what should we do first? We wanna have, well, we wanna have a calendar view, right? And then at the top of the calendar view, we wanna have like a little menu bar, and in the menu bar, you can add a habit or you can like track a habit. Yeah, I'm gonna also, what do you call these two views where you have like on the bottom, you can select between two views. I wanna have that too, because then one of them should be the calendar and the other one should be the list of habits I have. Yeah. All right, so AI, please generate a Swift UI view which shows. Yeah, I'm not sure how do you do this the layout stuff. Wait, let's first understand that, because wait, also let me just wait. Okay, just hang on a second. I'm just gonna do initial commit. Okay, now you can see my files here. So my question here is basically, where is my layout? Okay, Swift UI layout app. Okay, and we have a navigation stack. Okay, because what I want to have is these two different, like this toggle thing, you know. How do you do that? What is it called? Navigation stack. Okay, I'm just gonna add it here and ask AI, please add a what's it called? Bottom navigation bar for Swift UI, which has two views, one for a calendar and one for just named habits. Okay, let's see what Claude comes up with. Oh, it's a tab view, that's what they call it. Okay, cool. And in the view, somewhere we need to add our inner content. That's interesting. Tab bar. Oh, thank you very much. Mr. Senior Swift UI Objective-C developer that is completely offended. Okay, let's just press enter and see. Tab item. Oh, this doesn't work. What is this tab item? Okay, this should be our inner content, right? And this is habits. What? Okay, how do we do navigation with LiveView? LiveView Native. Maybe they have a LiveView Native example. Scratchboard. What's that? A scratchboard. It's an example project. It's also testbed for exploring. Okay, cool. So what do they have in here? Do they have web components? They only have modifiers. They don't have layout. Here, layout. Live app layout. Okay, nothing in there. Live layer, nothing in there. Root layout, nothing in here. Okay, interesting. Page. Oh, no, that's also HTML. Okay, this is not what we're looking for. Okay. You can try to look to the LiveView Native cookbook repo. All right, thank you very much. LiveView Native cookbook. There you go. Sample templates. That sounds good. In lib, web, components, layouts. Oh wait, layout Swift UI. They don't have anything in here. Root, navigation stack, nothing in there. There's nothing in here. The cookbook, sample templates for common interface. Am I wrong? Go to the website. Ah. Here. Introducing LVN cookbook. All right. Cookbook LiveView Native Dev. All right. See all 13 recipes. All right. Let's open this this QR code. Disconnect. QR code. Yes. Open. Oh, cool. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. That's really awesome. Okay, cool. So what we want is gestures, hub and spoke navigation, navigation method that navigates to and from independent pages. Tabs. Here, that's what we want. Tab 1, tab 2. Okay. So where's the code? Show me the code. Cookbook, okay. Open source, this one. Are we where there? Is it config assets, native Swift UI? Or is it in here maybe? No. So it must be in web, live probably. Recipes. All right, so what did we had the tab thing, right? Tab live. Oh, interesting. So we just like store the tab in the live view and then we toggle it like as an assignment. And in the Swift UI thing, it is a tab view. Oh, so it's not in the layout. Okay, interesting. Let's just copy paste all of this here. And this goes back. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It would be nice to have this as a layout, but yeah. That won't work. Okay, let me go back to our own. Here. No, not this one, damn it. Disconnect this one. Connection failure. Yeah, of course we need to also have the tab here. The assignment, where is it? Tab 1, tab 2. Didn't we have an assign there? Tab 1, here. Tab, this one, selection. So this is our home live. And then params session socket. Okay. Tab, and then we're gonna call it, yeah, it's 1, is it 1? Yeah, tag 1 and 2. All right, now we have it. Look, I can toggle between tabs. Very nice. Cool. So yeah, then we can change this stuff here. The vstack 1, tag 1. Okay. So we can change this one here. Make this an image, or like a, what's it called, an icon, a calendar icon with the text calendar below it. This is Swift UI code. Did that work? That did not quite work. Like this, connection fail. I guess AI is not that great with it. Oh, it's a vstack inside a vstack. No, that didn't work. That didn't work. Let's go back. Okay, it's a label, system image. What is a system image here? We can just call this calendar. Okay, and then we need to find out Swift UI system image. This is a special app just to look at the symbols. That's fun. Why don't they make it a website? I recommend install the app as symbols better. Yeah. So this app, right? Install. Install half a. I installed half a gigabyte of symbols. Okay. Installed. Let's see. SF, here, symbols. Okay. So let's see, calendar cycle, just calendar. Did I write this wrong? Thank you. So it's system image, fill 1, 2, circle fill. It's an interesting take on mobile cross-platform. It's pseudo SwiftUI inside the interpreter. I can see why Docker decided to put the interpreter code inside the LiveView template code that would allow them to have full control over the event model. Ah, I see. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because the thing is also, for example, we have some assignments here which we handle in our server, because this is a server rendered app, so to say. Is it server rendered? I don't know. I think it's server. Yeah, it's server rendered, but I'm not sure whether the full template actually gets sent to the app whenever it's opened, right? Might be. I don't know. Because also I can't really I can't really see the network here, right? Like what I would like to do is actually just open, you know, the network tab as in a browser and see which kind of packages are coming in. But the cool thing here is because like we can reuse our LiveView. Interesting. This should be in here, and this should be in here too. All right. So yeah, this is our LiveView, and that's usually something we use for building websites. You know, and this renders HTML, and then whenever you click like a tab button, for example, you send a WebSocket event to the server into this LiveView process, and it kind of updates the HTML and sends like a diff to the browser to instruct the browser how to change the HTML to show the latest state, right? And we do the same now with LiveView Native, but just in a native iOS tab, and it's not a web view. That's what I learned. Yeah, so this way, because we have our template here right next to our other templates, you know, we can also see, okay, this is the assignment that we need. Like we need to have a tab assignment. Yeah. Is not. The lib in the mobile app applies the patches to the SwiftUI engine. Right. Yeah. So yeah, you have the view in the app, and then you just modify that view at real time. That's very smart, actually. It's the same concept that is applied to the browser, to the HTML in the browser. You know, whenever something changes, we only send kind of like an instruction for how to update the HTML to the browser, to the client. And here we do the same. Like we just send the instruction of how to change the SwiftUI view, you know, to the app. So yeah, it's not just sending the whole website again. Coolio. All right. Yeah, I have no clue about SwiftUI, but what I would like to do is just to have a calendar icon here. How bad can that be? All right. I think this is not system image here. I think we need to tab 1 content v stack. So this is all in the view stack, and this is the label, and then this is the content. Tab item. But this doesn't really, this is a tab view. Tab 1, okay. Label. What is this here? Show a calendar icon. Oh, not one. Okay, just calendar. Easy peasy. Copy from the app. Yes. Cool. All right. Then we have our habits here. And what share we here? No, we have, where's it? The SF symbols. It's a system image name of the icons app. Also, like, okay, what should we call? Maybe habit? Maybe they have that? Habit? No. What kind of icon could we use for a habit? Like a planner? No. The sport. Maybe running. What is a good icon for habit? I don't know. Human. Accessibility. Figure walk. Yeah, maybe this one here. Yeah, figure run square stack. That sounds good. An infinite symbol. Oh, that's good. Because it's never ending, all right? Let's do this one. Phone locked. Come on. Yeah, cool. See? Now we have a cool button here for habits. All right. Yeah, and now we also need to handle the click on this thing, right? So we had that actually in the example app. Here, Phoenix change, tab changed. So we need to handle that in our tab live. Here, handle event. Oh, we can even use navigation for that. That's interesting. Handle perms, okay. Yeah, okay. But here, this is just our home with tab. So now if I switch, yeah, it works. So now I can switch between calendar and habits. Isn't there like an it would be nice if there was a navigation, like a link component that I could use instead here. Because right now I need to run everything through a single live view. Like, you know, actually the tab view, what's it called? The yeah, tab view, right? Yeah, tab view at the bottom. That's more like a live sorry, a layout thing. So it would be nicer if I could kind of use it as a layout thing, and then whenever you click one of these buttons, you open another live view, right? Because now I need to put everything into a single live view, which it's not that great. But maybe I'm missing something in the recipes. Hub and spoke navigation. Let's open our recipes thing again. Okay, what is this? A card row. All right, this is like a sideways thing. We got charts in here. This is pretty awesome, actually. A drill down navigation. Yeah, where you can drill down multiple ways and go up again. Gesture, hub and spoke navigation. Content. Hub and spoke might be interesting. How does this look like? Content goes here. So there's a scroll view and then a V stack and a horizontal stack. And yeah, then it has a content. Wait. Content goes here. Yeah, so basically they don't have separate views. It's everything is in one live view. Maps. I mean, it's pretty cool. We have all this stuff, right? We can show maps here. You could put a navigation stack inside a tab view. Oh. So that's what we've done here in the layout, right? That's where we have a navigation here. It's already a navigation stack. How does this work with Swift UI? And then you have a list, navigation link. Yeah. Maps. Yeah, that's what I would expect. I mean, what we can do actually is we can render the layout in here still, right? I mean, this is just the inner content that the live view renders, but we could just add. I mean, I'm just gonna copy paste this in the layout and see what happens. Wait, and I need to go back again. You shouldn't generally nest navigation stacks. Yeah, that's why I think like this belongs, like for me intuitively, this belongs. Oh, look at this. This belongs to the layout, right? So let's actually here just do. So this is only the live view content. And okay. All right. Here, if we remove this and this, and we say, all right, we got a tab view. Wait, hang on. Cool. So that kind of worked. What happens if I toggle? Well, nothing really happens here. Selected, selection. Yeah, we would need to find a way to see what's our current tab here. Right? Native navigation. Thank you. That's very useful. All right. Yeah, so we get our layout thing here. We got we got an example live view, and then also interesting. Look, we can open our thing here, format SwiftUI. The function closes on SwiftUI inline rendered. Yeah. Okay, well we can add a format SwiftUI to see the view, I guess. I think it was my mistake here. There wasn't. It's currently broke, that's why it didn't work. Okay, but we can, so we can add the query parameter specifies the feeding service should respond with a SwiftUI template rather than a web template. That's pretty cool. So you don't always need to have your phone connected. You should see source code similar to the example below. We've replaced long token with some token for the sake of readability. All right, so yeah, I think that's what we see when we go to the website. Yeah. So notice on navigation stack, view wraps the template. This view manages the state of navigation history and allows for navigating back to previous pages. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. Navigation links, that's what we want. We can use the navigation link view for native navigation, similar to how we can use the link component with the navigator attribute for web application navigation. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So we've created the same example of navigating between the main and about pages. Each page using a navigation link to navigate to the other page. Evaluate both of the code cells below and click on the navigation link in your simulator to navigate between the two views. Okay, so we can just use a navigation link. Yeah, let's add that. So the view stack here, this would actually be a navigation link around the label. So navigation link. Okay, and we also want that here. Okay, and basically I'm gonna, yeah, this is just gonna have tab 2 and tab 1 for now to see what it does. Okay, I can't see the label anymore. Damn it. tab view. Okay, maybe we continue. So the link component wraps the navigation link and link view. It accepts both the navigation and href attributes depending on the type of navigation you want to trigger. Interesting. So you really do have a link component here. Yeah, so you can, instead of using a navigation view by hand, a navigation link by hand, you can yeah, let's just set this up properly. Let's just create a new live view here for, well, this is not our, this is a calendar now, the calendar view. So this needs to be calendar, and calendar. And yeah, we need to rename these things. Calendar. Yeah. Calendar content. Let's just do it like this. And our router needs to be updated to have calendar live. Okay, and then we're also gonna do habits, and that's gonna show our habits live view. So I'm just gonna live habits, habit live, habits multiple. Okay, and we also need to do the mix LiveView Native, Gen Live, Swift UI, habits. Okay, and now it created that for us. Okay. Yeah. All right, now let's see what happens. Connection failed. So we get a render, calendar live, Swift UI is not available. Calendar live, yeah, we need to rename this too. Okay. And then we get an error. Probably with the assignment there with a tab. Oh no, it showed it now. Okay. So we see calendar content. And at the bottom, I can press stuff and it says tab 2. Right. Well, now we go to our layout again, or where is it? Our root Swift UI, okay. And yeah, now we can actually say this is our calendar destination and this is our habits destination. In pure Swift UI, navigation stack labels are blue underlined by default. You can modify the label with more layout. Okay. I'm just going to remove the selection here. But yeah, I don't see the. I can click at the bottom. I think VStack should be nested in the navigation link. Okay. Let's try that. Now it's blue. Okay. And if I press, oh well, I think I can navigate, but I just don't at the bottom. I don't see the two options, you know. Okay, you can see I can go to calendar content, and then I click on the right side of the screen at the bottom, and it goes to somewhere else. But now it doesn't show me my. Of course, because I don't have the inner content in here. Yeah. So that would need to be here. So I get calendar content and then nothing. Nothing. Did I put something? Habits content and calendar content. Yeah, so it should show something, if I'm not mistaken. This is my live view. That inner content should be outside. Okay, let's do that again. I mean, there should only be one inner content, right? So yeah, I gotta. Yeah, this is how it looks like. Yeah, if what happens if I just move it somewhere like here? Okay, I got my calendar content and no other content. Tag 1, tag 2. Not sure what this tag does. Tab view. What about outside the tab view? Yep. Okay, it's at the top now. Okay, now it doesn't do anything. But yeah, we can just tab navigation link. So this is a link, this is a link. I don't know what happens if I move it below. Wait, let me, yeah. You also see here that it doesn't actually make a request for anything. It just doesn't show. I can't see very well because I'm on the phone, but if you can't see the tab view after tapping the link, the tab view should contain the nav stack. The tab view should contain the nav stack. Okay, so we need to move this around. The navigation stack is inside the tab view. No, that didn't do anything. Let me just ask AI. Maybe they have an idea. I can't see the tab view. Please fix it. Let's see. That didn't change anything. Thank you, AI. Completely useless. Habits, inner content. No, actually they created 2 stacks. Okay, what is a navigation stack? Let's understand this better. Here, Swift UI, navigation stack. All right, so a view that displays a root view and enables you to present additional views over the root view. No, no, no. So this one. How to use SwiftUI's navigation stack. Okay. So here they have a navigation view, a VStack, and inside that they have the links. Spacer link. Yeah. So I don't know, we have a navigation link here, navigation stack, and they have inside one VStack, they have 2 navigation links and a text. Now, but actually we also wanna do the Swift UI tab view. So maybe, okay, so we got tab view and that has a content view and an order view tab item. So we don't need a navigation stack? Yeah, because, yeah, what the navigation stack is for like navigating between different things, right? Like, here, I mean, all I want is a tab view, and then inside I have different other views. So what's happening here? I have a tab view, and they just have a tab item in here, tab item. Okay, let's just try to show the tab view again and see what happens. All right, okay, now we see the tab view. All right, in a pure SwiftUI app, I would have a content view inside the content view. I would have a tab view inside the tab view, 2 tab items inside each tab item, 1 nav stack. Okay, I would have a content view inside the content view. Wait. So wait, first of all, yeah, we have a tab view and it works, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, so now maybe I would have a content view inside the content view. I would have a tab view inside the tab view, and 2 tab items inside each tab item, 1 nav stack. What? I appreciate the comment, but I don't understand anything. What are you saying here? You would have everything double? Okay. All right, but okay, so first of all, we got this thing working now. We got the tab view working. We can see it, and we can see the calendar content, so that's good. Now, next thing is we need to kind of figure out how to toggle between these two. So, and in the tab view, yeah, we have a content view, and that has a tab item. Order menu. I think tabs are not pages. They are more like static parts of a page. Huh. Yeah, man, I don't know. But they don't have that like in the recipes. There's nothing like this. Yeah, they use a live view to select the right tab. Tab view is a parent. Tab item is a child of tab view. Nav stack is a child of tab item. Okay. All right. So we get the tab view. We have a tab item. I think that is okay here. There's a tab live. Oh. Yeah, we looked at that now. Yeah, tabs live. The problem with that one was that it actually just used like everything is in one live view. We wanted to have 2 different live views, right? That we show depending on the route. But look, what we can do is, well, we can still use in SwiftUI the navigation stack. No, we don't need a navigation stack. We just want to have a navigation link. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna ask AI again. Just make each tab item a navigation link. I'm not sure. What I want basically is like if you tap any of these icons, we actually do like we do a navigation. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so now, yeah, we are missing the inner content. What's happening here? There is expected closing something here, inner content. No, this would be okay. I don't think this will work. Hello, Carmen. A nav link must be a child of a nav stack somewhere up the view hierarchy. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this will work with the light tab view. But yeah, we can add this and we see the calendar content. No. I mean, as soon as I add the navigation link, we lose our label. What if I make this link really, really small? Do we still see something? No. Because if I delete these, then we see them again, right? No. Ah, AI broke it. Let's go all the way back. All the way. Go away. This would work. Yeah, this worked. Okay, cool. All right, so now we have our labels here. Now if I make this a navigation link with a destination of this, and I really just surround this thing with it. Okay, so now we still see our tab view. And we can also toggle between views, but it doesn't show our inner content. So let's also move it around habits. Okay, so now does anything happen when I click on habits? No. It just toggles our iOS stuff. Okay. Yeah, so what you said is now a navigation link must be a child of a nav stack. Can I? So what is a nav stack? Yeah. Navigation stack. Yeah, but that's basically you click on a link and then it brings you to the next. The nav stack is part of the root layout. Yeah, it was, right? Like, I think it was around here. Navigation stack. But if I add this, no. Ah, wait. So, calendar view, no. I mean, nothing happened, but still we see our tab view, so that's good. But now, yeah, what if I surround the label with it? Yeah, it's gone. Damn it. Yeah, and still, I just don't see the label anymore. Okay. Ah, you know what? I think not in the root. The tab view should be in the app layout. Oh. Okay, we can try that. So this one is just a navigation stack and it has the inner content. This is how we had it previously. Like this is the beginning. And then in Swift, nope. Oh yeah, well let me So what we have calendar view. Yeah. Same thing. If I toggle between tabs, it doesn't really do anything. PD. It would be nice to have a nice, like a tab view, right? because that's what I'm used to. Like you have a calendar and you have your habits, and yeah, we can work around that. I mean, we can also just not use a tab view. Just have everything in one view where you have a calendar view, and then you can hit like add habit, and you can manage everything from there, but it's not as pretty. Yeah. I have no clue. Is there anything, but there's also nothing in the recipes, right? I mean, yeah, they use a tab view, but inside a single. I'm not sure. We could embed stuff, but we still need to handle everything in one live view. Pass selection tab name. Okay. To what, to the navigation stack? I think it was here, right? No, tab view. Selection. Tab name. How do I know which one it is? There was a tag, right? I think here in the example they had a vstack tag 1 tag calendar. I'm gonna call this calendar, and vstack tag habits, and then we do a selection of calendar. Something broke. Request UI is too long. Okay, I have to restart live. Go. Okay, go. All right. Maybe this needs to be a string. Yeah. All right. String. I guess you're right. So if I do habits, yeah, still shows me calendar content. That's just the point. It doesn't really route anything. I mean, it shows the different tabs, but that's in iOS, right? But like on the server side, it doesn't understand that actually, like it needs to show a different live view. But don't they have like a here in LiveView Native? I mean, this is the navigation thing, right? Here, navigation link, destination, about. Yeah, so I think maybe the navigation link needs to surround the vstack. No, but then it doesn't do anything. No. Because in the example, can you put the inner content outside? Yes. You can also put it here. All right. See you. Nothing's happening. Nah. You just use a simple vstack for those two links. Yeah, so no tab view. Nah. Remove the tab view entirely. Okay, I've done that. Yeah. So what? So we use one vstack. It has a label, and I'm gonna surround the label with a navigation link. And same here, navigation link, label, navigation link, vstack. Yeah. Okay, but I don't see the vstack. Text. Yeah, this needs to be text. No, it's the label, right? I'm just gonna make it to text. Outside the label. Okay, well now I see it at least. Okay, and the same here. I'm gonna make this a text. All right, So now what happens if I click these things? If I click on calendar, well, I mean, it navigates to it, right? It's not a tab view. And if I go to habits, yeah, and now I go back and I go back. Now I have a navigation stack. Yeah, and I can also go calendar, habits, but then I'm in a deeply nested navigation stack, as you can see. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. Huh. I think label is a tab view child, so you can remove it. Yeah. Text is plain text. Label provides an icon and text. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, that's probably the label had like template. No. Had like an item thing, template icon here. This is, oh wait, the phone locked, sorry. Yeah, okay. Now you can, this was the issue. So it had the template item. All right, cool. But the problem still here is that we are like navigating in a navigation stack. And this is also what they show here. Like in the example, they use navigation links and everything is surrounded by a navigation stack. Right? So that's why it works. But yeah, the other tab view thing, it worked inside the same live view, but it did not, like here they changed the selection basically, depending on tab changed. Right, okay. So what they do here, how this works basically is like they have a tab view and you know the selection is actually an assignment. So like tab 1 and tab 2. And they listen to the tab view change event that the tab view emits when it changes. So when in iOS, in the real tab view, if you click and you go to the other view, that emits the tab changed event. And they handle that in their live view. Here, tabs live view, and they handle that in tab changed by actually push patching the socket to that URL. So that's how it works. And replace true. So you click the tab view item, like the native item, that changes the tab view, the native tab view, which emits an event to the backend, which then push patches the sockets to the different route. That's how it works. I would need more experience with LiveView Native to be genuinely helpful with it. No, don't worry. Like this was already useful. Thank you very much. So something like a redirect versus patch the current view. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But in this situation, they react to the tab view, to the native tab view that changes. And then they kind of just synchronize the backend state with the tab view state, right? Yeah. So unfortunately, without like what we're doing in our layout is just we're just changing the tab view, but that doesn't synchronize back to our server. So that way we will not be able to use tab view without a live view, actually. Yeah. What we could do though, there's one thing we could try, which is we're gonna keep this stuff in our app thing here. So I'm gonna go back to the tab view so that we can actually see the tab view. And if we react in each live view and patch to the, so my idea is basically we keep the tab view in our layout, but we're gonna add this change event, and we just need to handle in both live views, we need to handle that tab changed event and navigate to the right route. So let's see whether, I will just show you what I mean, then you might. So we're gonna, the navigation link, no, we don't need the navigation link anymore. We just need the tab view. Okay, so this is what we want. And yeah, our inner content, we need to duplicate it here and here. Okay, now we can, yeah. And now basically we have a tab view, and I'm gonna add a, I'm gonna remove the selection. So this still works. And I'm gonna do a Phoenix changed and then tab changed event. And in my calendar view here, tab changed and then selection tab. So wait, this is calendar, this is habits. So basically, not sure whether this works. Well, yeah, we can just do, this is a route. So if we go to the calendar tab, then we want to have the route home. And if we go to the, what's the other one, habits route, then we want to tab, we want to have habits. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to be a patch anymore, it's going to be a navigate. Okay, and this is also, I need to have this in my live view here. All right, let's see. So what I'm doing now is I'm just doing nothing. Damn it. Wait, no, I think I made a mistake with the event listener. Yeah, it's not changed, it's change. That's what I, here. Phoenix change. All right, let's see. Ah, it works. Almost. Okay, we also need the selection, otherwise it toggles back. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, now it works. All right, sorry, some questions. So something like a redirect, like in the web, we have navigator variants. Yes. So what I've done here basically is, you know, I moved the tab view into our app layout, and that way, yeah, app layout will only be rendered when you use a live view. And what we needed to do is we needed to listen to the tab view change event, but in both of our live views. So they both needed to handle that particular event. It's not great, but you know, whatever. This is a demo app really. But yeah, so what we needed to do in both of these live views is kind of listen to the tab changed event, and then we needed to navigate to the right route that we have selected in the tab view. So, and then when we navigated to the route, then our live view, our live view native would actually render the correct live view and show that in the app. So yeah, it's not pretty, but it works. And yeah, sorry, maybe you can't see that too well, but I'm not sure how to do this. So here, if we do style, I wanted to do, what is that, like a font size. All right, but thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for all the help. You know, much appreciated. Okay, Swift. Here, font. I want to change the font size. And I really have no clue how to do anything here. And this isn't really useful either. Here, font system size 36. System size 36. Probably without the dot. Ah, damn it, come on. Here, LiveView Native, styles. Thanks, Zach. Are you live streaming right now? Because then I would love to see your new setup. I don't think you're live right now. I don't find you when I look for Zach Daniel. Where are you? Are you under Ash framework? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. But you're not live right now. It's okay. Their predefined values tags, title, and text large, I guess. Awesome. Yeah, style sheet. Yeah, I just kind of forgot how you do this styling thing. Yeah, creative button green. Yeah, they had a whole here. Font system size 16. Can you add that here, or is it here? Wait. Yeah. No, I can't find Zach Daniel. I don't know. Hang on. Yeah, cool. Covers pretty much everything about text. First Yule Yelena before was fine. Yeah. Swifty Place, I guess it's called. Swifty space. Can't touch. Nah, you mean the what's it called? Swift styles text. Hacking with Swift? Is it that one? Ah, here, large title. Or is it a bandit problem again? Hang on one second. Ah. Yeah, I think that's a, wait, I'm just gonna close LiveView Native Go, start it again. Connection failed. Is that my fault here? Says remove the style. Nah. What's the problem? Server in LiveView Native Go. Okay, let's start it. Start this. Calendar content. All right. We just need to restart both. So style, font, system. Oh yeah. What's it called? Large title. Connection fail. Okay, there we go. Whew. Also here. Style, font, large title. All right, so now if I toggle, you see. All right, cool. Hello, Anna Katerina Miranda from LinkedIn. All right, folks, it's been almost 2.5 hours, and I'm pretty sure that Brian from Dockyard will also watch, not all of this, but maybe most of it. And I don't want to, waste too much of this of the CEO's valuable time. So I think I will just cut it here. I will make a stop. But we got pretty far already. We have our app running. At least in LiveView Native Go. We haven't tried it out in Xcode again, right? There was a whole point where we recreated the project. But yeah, maybe next time. I mean, eventually we need to bring it to our app, but that's fine for now. And yeah, I mean, we managed to set up here this tab view. It wasn't easy, but now we understood that you need to keep the Swift UI state in sync with your backend state. So when your tab view in Swift UI changes the view, you also need to update your route, like the live view route that you actually use to render the content here. So that was interesting. Yeah, we also learned, that it's not very easy to style stuff, but okay. And yeah, I think, the next step is then actually to start building this calendar thing here and to have habits. I mean, this should be just a form or like a list, and then you can add to that list of habits and edit them. And then in the calendar view, we're just going to have the calendar and like a plus button for tracking a new habit. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, until now, I'm pretty impressed with LiveView Native. It's still a little rough around the edges, like the LiveView Native Go app. I need to restart it every, I don't know, half an hour or so with the banded UI too long request header. Also, just now, I don't know, there was a weird connection issue somewhere here. Was it a code reloader server reload? No process for the code reloader. So I guess, yeah, maybe it was my mistake. Like I broke the code and that broke the code reloader and then the process died. So I needed to restart my server. Interesting. Yeah, that could happen too. But yeah. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, ramen. We should eat ramen. Yeah, otherwise, it was pretty good. Like the documentation could be a bit more extensive, but that's also one of these things where like a lot of things still change, so you probably don't want to document everything right now, so I understand that. It would be useful in the LiveView Native, like in the setup guide. So we have our pages and then we have the getting started section, right? I mean, this one is only part of what you need. So you have the getting started, you install the dependencies, you run setup, and then it sends you, after the setup, it sends you to enabling LiveView for native. That's also important. But then you reach the end and you're kind of like, all right, so how do I see this thing now? Hello, brainless society. Yeah, and so the issue here was a little, we didn't really know how to continue from this. Like, so we added all this code and then we started our server and it's like, okay, so how do we see anything? And I think it would be good to add some stuff actually it would be, first of all, good to add this stuff somewhere, I don't know, maybe get back to getting started, really, because this is also enabling LiveView for native. I mean, it's, it seems to me, I'm not sure whether it's, it should be in this part of the section. It seems to me kind of like a setup thing, but not sure. But it would be nice to have everything in the getting started section here. So like everything from installing the dependencies to enabling the LiveView to adding like the first LiveView native LiveView, and then to using LVN Go to just navigate to localhost 4000, but actually not localhost 4000. That's also important to mention, that you actually need to look up the IP of your computer, even when it's connected through a wire, Or it would also be interesting to see how to, yeah, I mean, literally just say how to open the Xcode project and enable all these extensions and then hit run, you know, to see the simulator at least here next to the code. So yeah, I think this would be really good to add that as a documentation thing. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, we had I'm not sure whether it's a specific problem, right? Because the tab view is just such a common problem. Yeah, sorry. LiveView Native is not a web view. I was asked to reiterate that. It is actually Swift UI components, and those are dynamically updated and replaced on the phone side. So there's no, it's not just a web view. LiveView Native is not just a web view. Very important. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to say, so I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, the tab view thing. That would be nice if there was a recipe maybe for tab view, because tab view seems to be such a common thing. And there is a tab view recipe. The issue with that is just that everything runs in one live view. And you could do that, like, you know, run everything in one live view, but then you need to handle all the events in there and everything. So it kind of defeats the point of having different routes. So the interesting thing there will be like, how can you actually, you know, what we did here basically, how can you define one tab view and then multiple live views that render depending on which tab you selected, right? So that's what we figured out here together. Yeah, that was my learning from these 2.5 hours. I'm very impressed with LiveView Native. I mean, it's awesome that you can do everything with Elixir now. Now we need to figure out how to do Swift UI stuff. That's going to be a hurdle, but you know, it's going to be doable eventually. Yeah, I think those are my takeaways. I'm very impressed by this. Still, it's like 0.3, you know, version 0.3. I still remember the time when LiveView was 0.3, I guess. I used that. And yeah, you know, it was like, this is in a better 0.3 state than LiveView was in the 0.3 state, I would say. So yeah, that's a really good thing. All right, but that's it for me for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. I hope you had a great time. I will continue one of these days, like what's that, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? I'm not sure. On one of these days, I will tweet about that. And otherwise on Friday for sure. Yeah, Friday for sure, but probably one day before that. And shout out to Konstantin for really helping me a lot with everything. Very much appreciated your help. So thanks a lot. And I will see you in one of the next days, and Friday the latest. Okay. Alrighty.